Guys, Ask here, and today we're going to cover the GTA 6 website. Right now it's live, and a lot of YouTubers have went over it, and now is my turn to share my thoughts on the situation. What do I think it's like? And there's about 80 screenshots on here, and we're going to deconstruct them, share my perspective. So first things first, what's unique about this shot is that the trees are all different. Now in GTA 5, a lot of the trees are similar. In fact, you could see them side by side, and typically they are just like three different tree models, palm trees specifically. And you can also notice that there's like some light around the tree itself. And that's pretty interesting because in 5M there's a mod for that. So the fact that now that's part of the game is very cool. I just also wanted to like give perspective to this game as a whole. Now, people are super surprised with how the game looks and its ultra realism. And you have to think about we're comparing a game. GTA 5 is 13 years old and it came on the 360. So there's been a lot of innovation since then. We're not dealing with half a gig of RAM and 500 megabytes of video memory. We're dealing with consoles that have a tremendous amount of performance. And I think GTA, like the footage that we saw, is going to live up to expectation. I think there will not be any performance issues considering how well Rockstar optimizes their games. Like, for example, when GTA 5 came out, it was slow, but they still managed to make it run fine despite all the physical hardware limitations. In fact, in the old original trailer for GTA 5, you could see that certain things are missing that we don't now have in today's GTA. And that's because the big trees and a lot of the pedestrian traffic was reduced because it wasn't able to run efficiently in the 360. And what does that mean? It means that Rockstar does a full proper test to make sure the game runs fine. And as we got confirmation recently on Twitter, the trailer 2 was using equal parts of gameplay and trailer footage, gameplay, but also cutscene footage on the PS5, the base PS5, not the PS5 Pro. So that just sets the expectations pretty high. I think that they're going to utilize every effort they can to make the game look the most photorealistic, beautiful cinematic game ever. And specifically Rockstar titles in the past, their trailers tend to meet the standards of the actual game of how it's going to look. For example, you can watch some game trailers like Forsaken. That's all just CGI generated gameplay. It's not actual gameplay or real engine. Look, it's not representative of the game at all. But GTA keeps it consistent. So whatever we saw is very likely what we're gonna get, and that's what I'm very excited for. So let's keep going through these photos. So people have commented on the hair on his chest, on his arms, the wrinkles of his face, the way his beard changes over time. So I think throughout the game, our characters are gonna change, like their skin tone, maybe their hair, their fit. Their it's this thing the same the whole time. It's gonna change over time, which is gonna be quite a new concept. Like particularly the beard and the hair options are insane. There's so many options. You could see on his forehead like every single line on his face. It's a lot of detail. And this is Jason Duval. And then this is Lucia Caminos. And for this shot, it's pretty interesting. If you look carefully, you can see the sweat on her chest and her forehead. And I find that pretty impressive, the detail that they put into that. These little things are just show it's the consistent amount of detail is what impresses me. It's not just detailed in the coins and the cashier moving. It's not just detailed in the guns. It's not detailed in just the cars, interiors, and how they have reflections and detailed interiors. It's everything. Everything in this game is so ultra realistic in thought of with detail that it's impressive. Like the lighting, for example, it looks so realistic. I'm sure this is using ray tracing technology, but also PlayStation's technology as well to upscale the image. And you can see how the light reflects and how the water looks. And if you told me this was a game, I would not believe you. I'd literally think this some was made by AI. It just doesn't look real at all. And that is because all the shadow technology and the light technology they're implementing into the game itself. And it's so well implemented that it's indistinguishable to real life. Like you can see how good the shadows look, how good the faces look. It looks like a movie. So there's references to Liberty City and some of the cars as well. They have Liberty City plates, which is nice. So yeah, this is a shot of Lucia. You can see the lipstick and how shiny it is. That's pretty interesting. You could and just imagine if this is the single player of the game, the story mode. How is the online gonna be? People are gonna have such a good time, including myself, playing the online. Just think about it. With all these ultra realistic details, this whole new map to explore, new cars, new aircraft, this is gonna bring back a lot of people back into GTA after years. Like for example, the Flightcom is a community that I've worked with for a long time, and their reason to moving to FiveM, which is a modded platform for GTA, and just in general out of GTA 5 Online, is because the lack of aircraft. That's one of the most common reasons. The lack of aircraft is what causes them to lose interest because they're trying to match the realism of an aircraft in real life that the team that they're trying to be. And they can't do that with Molotovs. You simply are just limited in what you can do. And the lag as well is also a huge factor. And I hope they do server side servers instead of peer to peer. But anyways, so that's one thing. And then another thing about another community that I'm heavily into as well is the car meet community. The car meet com, like they love their clean cars and they also got the modded cars. So like this is gonna open up the modded car scene for sure. If you look in the trailer, you can see some of the rims have this crazy modifications. You can also look at all the different details of each car interiors. I think it's gonna really appeal to every car enthusiast. Um, like for myself, I'm probably gonna end up hosting events again and on PS5 and see how it goes. I think since PlayStation has a bigger audience, I'll be able to reach more people and grow a community. And so that's my goal right now, is to start a GTA 6 community. Um, and so that's what I'm really excited for. An interesting quote here: "A life without Jason could be her way out." So it's going to be very clearly a story about relationships here. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, if one kills the other or what. I don't know. I don't know. She just seems like I like how Ned Luke described her. Like she's the firecracker in the relationship. Like she's the one who is pushing, who is always doing something different, who is just out of the box, who's got the energy in the relationship. Like she's a huge driven person as well. Um, and I think this is a good thing. It didn't overly make her like, masculine, but they also gave her a lot of feminine traits as well. I think it's a good balanced character. I think it'll appeal to pretty much everybody, you know, because just like look at how good the female character looks. This will appeal to women. A lot of women they play like Sims and all these other games that have, they're able to create like a life, I think this will appeal to women a lot because relationships and romantic relationships, especially this one, and the customization of characters, this is going to appeal to a huge different audience. And considering Gen Z is what they're targeting, I think they're going to nail it. They're going to be doing a great job with getting those people interested. So, looking at this technology, it's just crazy how good everything looks. Like the lighting in these photos, it doesn't look real at all. You could see so many details, like how you could see even in the outfit itself, the reflection of each of those right there, and it reflects onto her skin. It's just a lot of detail, like the hair movement, the ass movement, the booty, like the boob physics, everything. Like it's insane. It's a lot. So it's really interesting. Now Leonida is basically means Florida. So that's what it means. These are just new characters that they're introducing in the game that will be critical to the story. I do not know how long the story is gonna be. When GTA 5 came out, when the trailers came out, it was hard to determine the exact story until it properly came out. So I do not know how long they're gonna make it. But I think personally they're gonna focus on the online as much as they possibly can. Considering that's what they've consistently made money on years after the game GTA 5 came out. So, GTA 5 Online is one of the most successful online games ever. It's what modeled Fortnite, it's what modeled Call of Duty, all these things before every other game. Like, there's multiplayer in many games, but GTA is what offered and what showed proven model to how to monetize an online game. Like, they were the first ones that pioneered it, and I think they should be getting credit for that. So yeah, here's all the screenshots of the different areas like Vice City, similar like GTA Vice City. You could just see how big the map is itself. Like that's the most amount of buildings I've seen ever. If you compare this to GTA 5, it doesn't even look it looks surreal. It looks like double the size of GTA 5. And there's so many smaller islands. Like I can't even imagine how much good content you can make. Now I'm trying to look at this particular shot here so you can see like how different parts of the ocean are different colors. And there's so many different activities like boats moving, all this. It just feels very alive. And I hope that they can keep that consistently. Like I hope that the beach is filled with pedestrians and NPCs. I hope that. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, it's super impressive how much animals and life it is in the scene. It's not easy to do that. So these kind of shots are a similar kind of like loading screens for GTA 5, the same kind of style of art. So I'm pretty sure this will be loading screen art for the game. Um, I like this character. He's the owner of that strip club 919, which it's pretty cool. And then the Florida Keys. I actually was here before. It's very beautiful. Takes a long amount of driving though. Here we got different shots of the characters in the game. Like it's impressive how good the bodies look. Now they have thick bodies in GTA. That's a first. Like actual curvy women in GTA. Like there's all kinds of body types now. Like there's ripped. We used to not have that. There's no ripped body type or anything. So my expectations for the online will be It's going to be the most customizable online character game ever. And I'm very excited for that. Grass Rivers. Here we go. Rio Dumez. These are the two people in the first trailer that were dancing on the car. And it's very impressive how good their outfits look. You could see, like, if you look in GTA 5 online, like, how good these coats look. There's nothing. There's a night and day difference. You wouldn't believe GTA 5's clothing is like that. But like the hair, you can see how individually it's all uniquely textured. On GTA 5, it looks like a PNG, like the bottles and all that. Like GTA 5 is aged so poorly. Not everything, but in many ways. It's like Port Gellhorn. We're having, it looks like multiple cities in this game. Going to keep us busy. Um, it seems like a Michael DeSanta kind of character with the heists. You know, seems like a pretty cool character. Looks like Lucia in the back, and then Jason as well. Seems like a pretty cool character. Yeah, this is the first character that gives us our first mission, which is pretty fascinating. So yeah, this is also showing the nature side of Leonida, which is like the alligators. Of course, you got the alligators and all that. Then you also got lakes, rivers. You know, just like GTA 5's map, it's going to be incredibly diverse. And I'm honestly so excited for this. I think this will be by far one of the best games ever made in our decade. Like this is the game that, you know, my cousins will be growing up with and possibly my kids may be playing this, you know, once. They won't play GTA 5, but they'll play this game before GTA 7, you know. So, I'm just really excited. This game's going to be I think I put additional money in the stock cuz I think it's going to be double. Um this game's going to make like a lot of money. Like 3 billion I'm assuming in 24 hours. And you got to think GTA 5 was able to achieve 1 billion in 24 hours. But with today's world, GTA is a more mainstream game. More people of different age demographics play the game and have interest. So you not only have like adults, you have like more younger audience, like 18, you know, people who are in high school kind of playing this. Like this is gonna be like the NBA 2K kind of thing. Like everybody's gotta play that, you know? Um I know sports games were very popular back then, and now it's gonna be the same thing. GTA 5 is gonna be the hip game that everybody's gonna play. And so I'm expecting with this and their social media following as well, like how successful they've been able to reach people. And on top of that, I really think they'll hit national news like BBC. Like BBC will cover them and talk about how they've made 3 billion in 24 hours. And you know, also digital sales are a huge aspect. You know, these consoles are now hugely dependent on the internet, unlike the 360 and PS3, which how you had to have a physical copy to play the game. So I find it a pretty good opportunity for Rockstar. If they're gonna release these on the new gen consoles only as well, which will directly increase the sales of these consoles. Like I bet you single handedly the moment GTA Trailer 2 came out and they said it's PS5 footage, that the sales just increased substantially. Um, like there's no way the Series S will really be able to perform that well. Like no way. I think Xbox Series X will be fine, but the Series S is gonna suffer. I think they're not gonna be able to do all the ray tracing and all that, and that's part of my reason of why I sold my Series S. Now, if I did just wait, I could have made $80 by trading it in now. But part of me is I just like that I had it ages ago, so waiting because It's nice to have that lockdown ages ago. I kind of wanted to move on from my Xbox and enjoy something new after my surgery. So I'm pretty happy with my PS5, and it's pretty entertaining. I'm very excited. You know, I already have space dedicated for GTA 5 on my storage, so I could play that game as well as all my other games. I could put an additional SSD into it. Um, so yeah, my expectations are quite high. I think the delay is a good thing for everybody because one, it gives we now know the exact day, but also it gives us time to prepare. I know a lot of people who are just making GTA 5 content like speed runs and all that. It's a way for everybody to start phasing out GTA 5 soon. Like I really think what will end up happening is everybody's gonna be so sick and tired of GTA 5. Nobody's gonna play it anymore after 6 comes out. Like I 100% bet you it's probably gonna be a better thing because it gives Rockstar more time to make sure the game is ready. And you could see that in the trailer 1 versus trailer 2, the differences. Like, for example, some of the character models, like the rappers, they were completely different. And they showed that in the photos. So I'm really excited. I think they're going to do a great job. And I'm just so happy that this game will be coming out soon. You know, soon, like in terms of, yeah, it's a year, but it's coming out soon. Now we know what day it is. We know when it's gonna come out. So my curiosity and anxiety is no longer there. I just let life happen, and by the time that day comes, I'm gonna get a shot of whiskey at midnight, and I'm going to play the shit out of that game, stream it on YouTube, and everybody will be raving about it as well, and I'll be making lots of money. So I'm very excited. So those are my thoughts, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching, and peace.